Today we're going to look at 4 levels of comprehension. And I've alluded to the first level. I'm going to call it literal, the literal level. The literal level is that level that is right on the surface of the text. It is what is actually stated. We might say it's written black on white. It's the easiest level at which to comprehend. It's the easiest level to understand. All you really need to do is pay attention to what you're reading, and hopefully if you understand the words within that connected text, you will understand the overall literal meaning. Now, I'm going to give you a pretend lesson here by telling you a little story. That's going to be the lesson. And then after I give you the lesson, you're going to comprehend it for me at this level. Chris rode a brown and white pony down the shady lane to visit grandmother. On the way, Chris was robbed and raped by a rowdy rogue. Adam, where did Chris ride the brown and white pony?
Shady Lane.
Down the shady lane. And why did Chris ride the brown and white pony down the shady lane, Jamie? To go to grandma's. Implied level of understanding. At the implied level, it's not stated explicitly. It's not stated explicitly. It is, however, stated between, I'm going to put that in quote, between the lines, not black on white, and it can be proved or proven by the literal. Your experience will lend itself to your interpretation or the implied or the inferred meaning behind what you're reading. You did this very same thing when you did the ordeal by check, and you all associated Tony Spagoni as being a mobster, because he was an Italian. Tell me something in this story that is absolutely implied, and we know for certainty that it's implied.
Chris knows how to ride a pony.
Chris can ride a pony, good. Chris has some pony riding skills, obviously. There's one very obvious implication that nobody seems to be getting. What is that? If Chris was robbed and raped, he had something or she had something of value that was robbable. The third level is critical. At the critical level of understanding, you must make a decision. And there again, from your experience, you ask, is this plausible? Is it believable? Do I agree with that? Does it make sense? That you just don't say that's my opinion, but you have to justify that. You have to say, I believe this, this is my opinion because, give a fact and support the fact, okay? Support it. And then you say, in addition to that first fact, here's another fact, and support it. What we do at the creative level is we reconstruct our knowledge, beliefs, or skill base. In other words, when we get to that creative level, we're saying, you know, what I've just experienced, either in reading or listening to this person speak or whatever, that has fleshed out or reinforced my previous belief system or my previous belief. And so in that sense, it's like a reconstruction of what I know or what I believe, or it could be a skill that I have had. I now perfected, reached a higher level of perfection with that skill, resulting in a change in my behavior and or thinking. At this creative level, it's not simply saying, well, now that you've read that particular piece of literature, come up with a creative ending that is different from the one the author did. I mean, that would also fit in here, but I'm thinking of something a little different than that. I'm thinking of the fact that when we experience any type of learning, understanding, comprehending, it should somehow change the way we think and act. If we go back to our story, how would we comprehend experience there at the creative level? So you would be more careful when you went to visit grandmother, huh? And so what would that be? What would your behavior be? What would be different?
I would carry a better mace.
Carry mace. What else?
Get a faster horse.
Get a faster horse. Good. Okay, I think we've pretty much exhausted this piece of literature. Spend time cultivating this type of thinking with your students, getting them to think critically and creatively and implicitly is time consuming.